Get these stories and more at 540WFLA.com. Sports are coming up. Friday from our Volkswagen Beverage Traffic Center. Eastbound I-4 is crawling along from Caney Avenue to downtown. And westbound I-4 is slow moving between 434 and Jamie Boulevard. Westbound along the 408 slows from Dean Road into Goldenrod. Also slow moving approaching I-4. No problems at the time in either direction on 528. You'll see a good ride in both directions at the Turnpike and Greenway. If you do see a problem on the road, call the tip line at 866-676-84.
Okay, here we come. This will be a dramatic reading. Seconds away. Hey, it's the Budman, and I hope you'll join me Tuesday morning starting at 6 for the very latest on Libya and what, if anything, President Obama is saying from his vacation. At 7, controversial gun legislation coming out of Tallahassee. I'm going to tell you what it may mean for your right to bear arms. And at 8, believe it or not, 38% of Americans cannot pass the citizenship test. We have the questions. Will you pass?
BHL in the morning.
Hey, it's the Budman, and I hope you'll join me Tuesday morning starting at 6 for the very latest on Libya and what, if anything, President Obama is saying from his vacation. At 7, controversial gun legislation coming out of Tallahassee. I'm going to tell you what it may mean for your right to bear arms. And at 8, believe it or not, 38% of Americans cannot pass the citizenship test. We have the questions. Will you pass?
Bud Henninger, mornings on 540 WFLA.
You have the show. I've lost control for the next hour. You pick the topics and you sound off. And if you want to vent, if you want to grill the Budman, if you want to blast me to kingdom coming back, if you've got something that people need to know about that nobody's talking about on the radio, including the Budman, now is your chance. Unique at all of talk radio, it is Open Mind Monday, okay? You talk, I'll keep an open mind. This is even more democratic than Russia's Open Line Friday. Because I'm not even going to lock horns with you. Well, maybe just a little bit, if you really get on my case. But you pick the topic. Local, national, whatever it happens to be, and I'll put you on the radio. And it is a great opportunity for you to get your feet wet if you've never had the courage to call anybody who's a talk radio host. You've got control of the whole thing right now. 407-916-5400. And I love first-timers on BHL on the 50,000-watt front porch. The Budman here with Jenna and Jeff. 407-916-5400. Toll-free 1-866-916-5400. You're the smartest, best-connected audience in talk radio. You have to be. You have to be nursing some passions and some opinion on the situation in Libya. I laid out some of the problems that I have and some of the questions for which right now, inexplicably and unconscionably, there don't seem to be any definitive answers. From the left, from the right. The Obama administration is being asked, what is the mission in Libya? We're part of a multi-nation coalition through the United Nations, after the Security Council resolution passed authorizing actions to protect the Libyan people from annihilation by Muammar Gaddafi, the rebel forces. And so we're bombing the heck out of them. We're doing like 90% of the work. President Obama said Gaddafi's got to go, and there is no way this can have a satisfactory ending unless this guy is brought to justice or killed, preferably the latter. Nobody seems to want to say that. I mean, we openly say the mission is to kill Osama bin Laden. The mission in Libya has got to be to cut the cancer out of. The cancer is Muammar Gaddafi. The guy's got to be killed, but nobody will say that. What's the mission? What happens if Gaddafi survives this? The head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Mullen, on the Sunday talk shows is saying, well, you know, one scenario is that he actually still has power when all of this is over, and we have obeyed the dictates of the UN Security Council resolution authorizing military action on behalf of these rebel forces. And so if we take out Gaddafi's Air Force and we stop him from flying, which apparently we've already been able to do, largely through American military power, not the French and the rest of the gang, we may leave him in power. How is that going to be satisfactory? Where is the president on this? Where's the president on this? It's the commander-in-chief. When Obamacare was coming to a vote, he canceled a trip to his beloved homeland as a boy in Indonesia, and then when there was the Gulf oil spill, he canceled it again. He knew this was coming to a head in Libya one way or another. He wouldn't cancel a South American trip to gin up economic relations. What's the deal on that? We initiate military action, and our commander-in-chief is in the southern hemisphere. I don't believe that has ever happened before in the history of the Republic. I know a little history. Maybe some of you know a little more. And you can tell me, well, yeah, sure. And FDR, he wasn't in Washington when we, when we decided that we were going to respond to what was going on with the Japanese in Pearl Harbor. I mean, I think every president has always been at the White House when the word came down that we were getting involved in military action. And this president, is in another hemisphere, almost unreachable, and he takes the trip when he knows this is coming to a head. What's the deal with that, and what the heck is the mission here? I want to know, because I frankly can't get an answer from anybody. Maybe I can get it from you. At any rate, I said it was Open Mind Monday, but I absolutely wanted to bait the hook on Libya, because I want to hear what you're thinking. Here's Bob in Orlando. Good morning, Bob.
Hey, how you doing, bud?
Good.
Wanted to bring up a little bit of a subject here that I think is interesting on Open Mic Monday. How come marijuana is illegal, but abortion is legal? How come the government can tell us we can't smoke or drink in tea a plant made by God? However, the government will allow women to kill another human being inside their body. That's just a interesting subject, I think.
It really, really is. No question about it. Of course, you've got a Supreme Court ruling, Roe v. Wade on abortion.
Why?
Oh, well,
that's the subject.
That, my friend, is a whole other show, and your point, sir, is poignant and very, very well taken. Good start. 407-916-5400. Donald Trump for president. Japan. Your phone calls. It's Open Mind Monday, 407-916-5400. Sound off. Give me a call at 812, checking real-time traffic and weather together on the twos now. Toll-free still open on Open Mind Monday. Grab it, 1-866-916-5400. Right to the phones moments from now. You worked hard all your life to save and accumulate money. Now you're looking toward retirement and wondering what in the world is the best way for me to get the most bang for my retirement dollars. You know, it gets complicated, and it is not simply a matter of just spending down one asset and then another and hoping that it lasts longer than you do. You need to look at the whole picture and make sure each piece is working together for you, and that's what Jack Nelson and Joel Garris, my buddies from Nelson Investment Planning Services, do so well and have been doing for folks just like you by the thousands for over a quarter of a century. They provide professional financial planning advice to make sure your retirement is all you want and need it to be. It starts with getting to know you personally, your family, your financial goals for today and the future. It continues with developing a complete picture of your overall finances and creating efficient, personalized solutions. And remember, they always follow their bedrock principle. They never do anything with your money they haven't already done with their own money. Why don't you call Nelson Investment Planning Services without delay? Call them today and schedule a free 2-hour consultation. It's free. 407-629-6477, 407-629-NIPS.
Traffic on our online service with ChooseNissan.com. Don't miss the final day to save even more green on your new Nissan. Get to the Nissan Now sales event and save big with extra holiday green on top of all other offers. Visit ChooseNissan.com or see your local dealer now.
With Ally Bank's 24/7 live customer care, you can speak with a real person, not a machine, anytime you want. If you need to know the latest and greatest interest rate at 1 p.m. or check your account balance at 4 a.m., it's no problem. Just press 0 to speak with a knowledgeable customer care associate who will help answer your questions. Plus, we post our wait times right on our website, so not a moment of your time is wasted. When it comes to banking, who wouldn't love that? Learn more at allybank.com. Member FDIC.
I'm Jen Burns. It's 4:45 a.m. and it's time to go to work. I start up my Nissan NV work van. Now I'm Jen, owner of Burns Plowing Arrangements. It's 5:23 a.m. I'm filling orders at the flower market. The NV sliding sideways stays open, making loading easy. I close down the passenger seat and use the NV's desktop to check deliveries. The ceremony is today. Loading Nurse Memorial Archway is easy with the NV's 6.3-foot-tall interior cargo area. At 8:33 a.m., I open the rear doors 233 degrees. Mrs. Bow wakes up. And I'm no longer Jen, the small business owner. I'm Jen, the floral artiste.
You wear more than one hat. That's why the all-new Nissan NV lineup is more than a van. Nissan commercial vehicles, innovation that works.